Good morning, teacher and everyone. My name is MouyLeang, and I will be presenting about letters from Thailand under the topic of studying in new business. So let's get started. So here is my content, which is I have divided into 4 parts: 1 summary, 2 character analysis, 3 starting a new business, and 4 about the interviewee. So number 1, the summary. So Song Yu, he left China and his mother to start a new life in Thailand, and then he was adopted by a businessman, which is Yong Chua, along the way from China to Thailand, and then he got married with his boss daughter, MouyLeang, Nguyen Thong's daughter, and then they opened a business right after the marriage. So I think that should be all for the summary because we have already know most of it. So I go straight to the character analysis. So Song Yu and his wife opened a new shop after their marriage under the support from their both families, but most of the customers already know their family business, so it's not really hard for them to take over the business after their fathers. And then after Nguyen Thong's death, Song Yu and MouyLeang inherited a lot of money from Nguyen Thong, and then Song Yu started to build another factory. But the thing is, how did he manage and start his factory? So I have gathered a lot of information from the book, and I have 6 bullet points here, which is find the location, preparation, market research, factory system, business name, and promote the business. So number 1 is find the location. So Yong Chua and Song Yu have found a good place in Yaowarat, and then they rented a land and built a factory there. Then for the preparation, they bought machine and oven and a lot of stuff to operate their factory. And then third point is market research. So Song Yu, he noticed that Chan Ap is the most popular and best-selling snacks in Bangkok, so he sent his friend Kim to do the survey nearby in all the food shop nearby in Yaowarat to know what is their best favorite snack of Chan Ap and who are the potential customer. And then for the factory system, he hired employee, but Song Yu would prefer to hire Chinese workers as much as possible because he's aware that Thai workers are lazy, unlike the Chinese who work hard and are dependable. And another thing, for the women job, they are responsible for putting the products in the box and wrap the boxes and put the stamp logo on it. And for the 5th point about the business name, his wife MouyLeang think of a Thai name, but then Song Yu, he wanted to have a Chinese name because they are Chinese. But the thing is kind of complicated because they are living in Thailand, but they are Chinese, so it's kind of hard for them to choose a business name. And then they finally decided to put Chinese and Thai name together, that the Thai name is Lột Rốt, which means the peak of flavor, and the Chinese name Lo Bon Chai Heng. And for the final point is promoting the business, is that after a few months later after opening the factory, Song Yu decided to deliver both of his import goods in the shop and the Chan Ap together to the customer to expand their business and to promote his turn up as well. And that's it for the factory business. Now moving on to his new business in Yaowarat. So after both of the businesses kept getting busier and going on well, Song-yu decided to move his current shop to Yaowarat because it's hard for him to control and take care of both of the business in two different places. So it will be convenient for him if both of his business are in the same place. So the reason that he decided to move to Yaowarat because he saw the opportunity that Yaowarat now is a good business center and a trade center with a lot of people and with good work condition for his delivering service. And however, the new place isn't doing very well at the beginning because they are the newcomers and another thing is that there was an inflation, I think, because the prices of the goods have gone high, that people tend to avoid buying products as much as possible. That's why their business was kind of having issues at the beginning. But then after around a half year later, their business seems to go well because people started to know their shop and started to know them. Yeah. And that is the end of Song-Yu's business concept of starting his new business and factory. Now moving on to the next point is studying a new business research that I have gathered quite a lot of information on the internet, and I have found 10 ideas before studying a new business. And there are 10 right here. We have market research, planning, financing, business structure, business name, get license, accounting system, location, teamwork, and promoting. Yeah. So the first thing you have to do before start your new business, you have to do the market research. You have to think of the demand of the market demand, whether your product or service is really needed in the market, and who are your potential customers and who are your competitors, and whether they are offering the same or similar products or services like yours. And another thing is you have to think whether your business will fit in the market or not. And next is make a plan. You have to seek for investors or partners to back up your business on financial support and in terms of cooperation as well. And then you have to plan your finances. So in this case, you have to use your money wisely. So like for your employee salaries, equipment, material that you have to use in your business, and like the insurance or utility bills and so on. And then you have to choose a business structure. You have to recognize your business, whether how small or how big it is, so it will be easy for you to organize your business. And then you have to choose a name for your business. So your business name affects every aspect in your business, so you have to pick and choose a wise one and check it carefully whether it is already used or it is brand new, to avoid plagiarism, I think. And then you have to get license ready. In this point, I mean, you have to clear out the paperwork with the government before starting or processing your new business in order to avoid issues later on. And then you have to choose and set up your accounting system. So your accounting system is really necessary and important for your business in order to create and manage your budget, your expenses, your revenues, your income, and a lot of things. So you have to set it up, and you can set it up yourself, or you can hire someone or an accountant to do it for you if you don't know how to do it. And then you have to find the location for your business. So you have to set up your business location that makes sure that your business location works well for the business that you will be doing in terms of everything, infrastructure, transportation, and whatever, to make sure it will work for your business. And then you have to get your teamwork ready. So you have to hire employee or workers to work for you. And you also have to set up their position and responsibilities as well. And then you have to promote your business, because you are new, no one knows about your business and you yet. So you have to reach out to the customer first to attract them to know about your products or service. So in this case, you can do the promotion or advertising and other stuff to make your business well known. So continue to the last point of our presentation, which is about our interviewee. So this is the information that we get from him. So he is a 50-year-old Cambodian Chinese businessman, and he is currently living in Gondar province. So this is a little information about his family story. His father was Chinese and his mother was a Cambodian, and they opened a bakery factory in Oresay Market, and he had 2 sisters. But when Pol Pot broke out, his family were displaced to Kampot province. And then after Pol Pot regime ended, all of his family members is dead except for him and one of his sister. And as he used to do a lot of things like ice cream seller, dishwasher, and animal slaughter. So he continued his journey to Thailand. So he went to Thailand, then he sell clothes in a market, and then he met his wife there, and they went back to Cambodia, to Kampot, his home, and then they got married. And he still continued to sell clothes at the market after the marriage, and his wife opened a coffee shop and at home. But the thing is, his business and his wife's business were not doing good. So he decided to move to Gondar province, and this is where he told us about his experience in Gondar province. So I have split his experience into 3 points. We have considering factors that he did before opening his new business, the challenges that he faced during open his business, and the outcome of his new business. So the first reason is that he the considering factor. So before starting this business, he had experience in working in a restaurant that I mentioned earlier, that he used to be a dishwasher, but he also have been cooking in the restaurant, so he knew how to make Chinese noodle. And another factor is that it was a good location that he saw. It was located along the four-way road while there were a lot of travelers back then. And another thing is that about the market demand, that he saw the potential in business, that there was only one coffee shop in that place, while everyone was focusing on agriculture and farming. So he grabbed the opportunity and opened his business. And then the challenges in the business that he faced during opening his new business. So he had faced a lot of issues like financial issues, competitive market, little customers, and unfriendly neighbors. So for the financial issues, that he had to loan from the bank, money from the bank, in order to rent the land, build a house, and decorate his new shop. And he had to spend money on his other 3 children for school. And after he entered the business, the market was already competitive, so it was hard for him to challenge the new business as a newcomer. And there were not many customers at the beginning. And the last thing is very serious, that about the unfriendly neighbor. So his neighbor did not like him as a newcomer, so it is hard to deal with his neighbor as well. And he also shared his experience to overcome his new business as well. So he is a fast learner, hardworking man, and he is very creative in business. And he built good relationship with his customers, and he tried to be as good as possible with his neighbors to avoid the conflict. And he respect the laws, as he is half Chinese, but he is still Cambodian. And he also did the marketing also, like selling in lower price than his competitors. Like if the iced coffee was, the price of iced coffee was 10,000. I mean 1,000. So he sold it at 900. Yeah. And the most important thing is, the last point is that he has his family support, that no matter what happens, his family always supports him and cheers him up. So it is a good energy for him to continue the business. And the last thing that he shared with us is that the advice that he has for the young people who want to open their own business or start their own business. So make sure that they know the demand of the market, and they understand the potential of the business, and they have to create good marketing strategy, and they have to choose the right place or location for their business. And that is all for my presentation, and I hope it will help you with some business idea for you to start your new business. And thank you for listening to my presentation. Have a good day. Bye bye.